Strength Warehouse presents Go Heavy or Go Home podcast. I am your host, Nate Boley. In this podcast, we talk about strength, fitness, nutrition, and all things Strength Warehouse related. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. We just got done with one of our powerlifting meets called the Outlaw-Open, held over in Sisters at level 5. And man, what an amazing event that this meet has turned into be every single year. It just gets better and better and better. And this time was actually my very first debut as an MC completely. I had no help. I was MCing the whole time, and I got lots and lots of great feedback on it. The people were super engaged. They were not sick of me yakking and just talking and talking and talking. The MC in a powerlifting meet can really, really make a big difference in the energy and how the experience of the meet is. If you have a poor MC, it makes the meet really kind of awkward. If you don't have an MC at all, there's no energy in the room. Every now and again, you'll get like a big loud crowd for a specific lift or whatever like that. But the MC can help keep that going. And I think I did a really good job. I was really proud of myself on that one. But this meet was completely full. We had 57 people in it. Ended up having 53 because we had some injuries and people drop out because of injuries and stuff like that. So that was a bummer, but hey, they'll be back. We got tons of feedback on how well the meet was run, how organized it is, and how they've been to other meets that are not nearly as organized in Oregon, and in Washington and Idaho and California as well. And it's really awesome that we get that feedback because Megan and I, we strive so hard to make an experience for everybody, referees, spotter loaders, and the lifters. And if it wasn't for every single one of those people, the meet would not be nearly as good as it is. We have an awesome staff. We have pretty much the same referees that come over each time. And I add in a new one here and there. Such a solid team of referees. I just love it. We all can have fun together. We all enjoy each other's company, and we're going to hold each other accountable. When somebody makes a poor call, we're going to ask them why they did that, or just get a little bit curious on what they were thinking when they made that call, or maybe they just missed it. It is what it is. That's why there's 3 referees there, because we're all human. There's multiple things to look at when you're a referee, and you can't catch them all. And sometimes you get people that are really upset about it, and some people that aren't. So I don't get upset when I get a bad call, in my opinion. I trust all of our referees, and I try not to question their calls. I will get a little curious if I do think that I got it, but the call's a call. We don't watch videos, and we can't reverse the calls. So that's the referee side of it. But we have a great team of referees. All of them are, Dan will be a national referee here shortly. Everybody else is a national on their way to international. I was the only international referee there this time, which was awesome. And being the meet director, I make a lot of the hard decisions and calls. That's okay. That's what I've been really put in this position to do. I mean, I'm a gym owner, and I've got we've got staff and lots of people that I have to make hard decisions for that affect their lives. And so I have to continuously practice that so I can make the best decisions going forward. But the meet was on Saturday, this last Saturday on the 26th, and we got out really. Usually they run about 9 to 5. We were done about 5:30, so we had a really good crew. The meet is really, really dictated on a couple of things. 1, the computer, and 2, the spotter loaders. They have to be efficient. They can't make mistakes, and they have to work together as a team. And they did all of that. There was 0 mistakes made by the spotter loaders, and I was so thankful for that because it's not fun when the mistakes are made on the platform for the lifter, right? Nobody wants to have a misload. We only had 1 misload, and that was actually just a miscommunication between the expediter and the computer table. So it wasn't a misload from the spotter loader's perspective. The crowd was amazing. We had such an engaging crowd, and part of it I think was me in the beginning. I set the scene. I set the standard. I got a show of hands for all the new lifters, and I had them keep their hands up. And then I had a show of hands for the people that had done 1 or 2 or more meets and had them keep their hands up. And then I had the people who has done multiple meets talk a little bit to the new lifters on what it's like, and taking them under their shoulder, maybe warming up with them if they need help, helping them with different stuff, just whatever you thought that was hard in your first meet. Those people, the new people, are probably feeling the same way. So, and then after I had all those people, I found out who the spectators were, and I got them amped up. I got them kind of lubed up a little bit, ready to go, and we did a little exercise. And when I say let's go or the lift is good, I want you guys to yell. Give me some hooting and hollering, some whistling, some yelling. We thrive on loud noises and the crowd in the powerlifting meet. So that was awesome, and it worked. It worked. Every time I said the lift is good, you heard the crowd just go wild. It was awesome. We had a little over 250 people come through the gym on Saturday, which is one of our best turnouts we've ever had. The facility that we do the meet in is so set up. It's just awesome. We actually are really contemplating holding all of our meets there for a little, at least for the next year or so. But yeah, it was awesome. We had a great time. A lot of records were broken. Unofficial world record was broken by one of our lifters. And the reason why it's unofficial is because you have to go to a specifically sanctioned meet to break world records. In a local meet, you can break state records and national records, but you cannot break world records. So a lot of the times, the national record will be higher than the world records, which is interesting. But like I said, you have to qualify to go to Worlds, and then you have to actually go to Worlds, and then you have to do that lift at Worlds. So it's a little bit harder to get those lifts than it is to just go to a regular meet and have two national referees there, and then just and then do the lift there. So a lot of times, like I said, the national record is higher than the world record. We had a great team of lifters this time. Let's see, we had Claire, we had Janet, we had Jordan, we had Luke, and we had Jesus. I believe that was it. So we had 5 lifters from Strength Warehouse this time. They all did so awesome. Nobody missed their lifts. They might have got a red light here or there, but I think there was a couple actually missed lifts. Maybe one wasn't low enough, but for the most part, like, everybody's form was solid. Everybody did exactly what we said for them to do, and we had a great time. Coach Luke was his first powerlifting meet actually lifting in. He did really well as well, and he had a great time doing it. We had Team Elevation there, Team Anytime Fitness, and Team Level 5. Level 5 had the biggest team, when they're home field advantage, the meets at their gym. When we have a meet here at our gym, we have the home field advantage too, and we have all the lifters as well. We're missing a couple of our online clients. Oh, we had Ed Holmes too. He's an online, so we had 6. We also had Jake Fields, a good friend of mine. He wasn't part of our team, but he was down hanging out with Ed because they worked together up in Seattle. But man, it was just a fun time. The setup and the breakdown was super easy this time. Not a lot of stuff going on. We changed a couple things. We didn't do an actual real platform, like a raised platform. We just made a square on the horse stall mats, which worked out so good. People were really happy about that because they don't have to walk up and down the platform. They can just walk like a normal, on and off the platform without having to step up and down. It was just a great time. We had a lot of awesome opportunities, a lot of great laughs, a lot of lifts that were really good. One of my friends, Nate Dull, he hit a 622 squat, 418 bench, and a 733 deadlift at 220 pounds. That's huge numbers. It's awesome. He did really well. And it was just awesome to see him put on a show. There are so many people putting on shows. Janet put on a show. Luke put on a show. Jesus put on a show. Oh man, he was so solid on his lifts. It was awesome. His brother was there taking photos of the meet. So if you guys want to see your professional photos, you can reach out to me, and I can get you in contact with him, his brother. They do awesome pictures. They've taken some pictures of the gym, and it was just so sweet. So we're looking forward to 2025 Outlaw-Open. It just gets better every year. Ryan and I have really dialed in our meet experience now. So he has a really awesome radio, but we found last time that if you pair the music and the voice together, it distorts both the music and the MC. So I brought my own speaker system just for MC, and he had his radio going, and it was super clean, super loud. It was awesome. Instead of, in the past, we've done some things like taking our posters and posted them up on the wall, and it doesn't look super good. I bought like this little tripod thing that you could put the big banners on. We got some lights, some flashing lights. It was just super cool, and it was so much fun to do. I can't wait. I can't wait for the next one to happen. Summer Strength Wars is coming up right around the corner, July 13th. It's right after Nationals. So if you guys want to have another awesome experience, come check us out. Summer Strength Wars. It's on the USPA.net website, and we'd love to see you on the platform. Again, this powerlifting is just something I'm super passionate about, and I have been for years and years and years. It's something, it takes me across the country, and it's even taken me across the world to referee and coach lifters, and it's just so fun. I just love the camaraderie. I love the family. I love being a part of the lifting culture in Bend. I love being a part of its growth and its driver for better. And, we've had so many people come to us because fitness used to be little strength, mostly cardio. And we're finding that that's not correct. You need more, you need both, but you need more strength than you do cardio, because you got to build up the tissues, you got to build up the bone mass, you got to build up the ligaments, you got to build everything up. You don't get that from running and doing cardio and doing HIIT workouts and all that stuff. So you got to do intentional progressive overload for a long time, forever. And that is your RX. That's my recommendation for you. Get out there, do some progressive overload for the rest of your life. Of course, get out there and run. After this podcast, I'm gonna do some bench, and then I'm going to do some rowing. So anyway, guys, I got to get off here. I know this is a short one today, but thanks a lot for joining us today. I'm going to leave you like I leave you with every podcast this year, and that is: success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And everything you want in life is on the other side of fear. So get out there and take some action. Thanks for joining us on this epic journey of strength. If you liked this episode, please leave us a review and share with a friend. To stay connected, hit that subscribe button. All right, until next time, go heavy or go home.